So guys, Murder Mystery 2 is decreasing dramatically in players and the game is dying fast. Just earlier this year, MM2 was at over 300k players every single day, but now it's at less than 100,000 players at only 65,000. So my question is, why is the game dying so quickly, and will the game stay like this forever, or will the game have a resurgence sometime in the future? It's crazy because just earlier this year, Murder Mystery 2 was in the top 3 most popular games, but now as you can see, the game is not even in the top 10 anymore. It's not even anywhere near here. But now MM2 is like the 14th most popular game. It's losing to games like Berry Avenue. Like, what happened to MM2, bro? We can actually see how the game has been performing the past couple of years in terms of players. Murder Mystery 2 had a huge spike of players this year. It seemed to have peaked the day the Halloween update came out, but as you can see, it is decreasing so quickly. It's going to under 100,000, even though it's been above 100,000, above 200,000 for most of the year. It's literally the worst it's ever been. Like, you can even go back to months like January and February. It was chilling at like 90,000, but now we're only at 60,000. This is honestly extremely concerning, but if you've been around Murder Mystery 2 for a while, you guys will know this is not the first time people have been afraid of the game dying. Just last year in November, I made a video saying Murder Mystery 2 is dying, and I remember a few years ago, back in November of 2021, a lot of people were afraid of the game's future, saying that the game is dying. Like, I remember so many YouTubers making videos about how the game was dying back in the day, but obviously the game ended up coming back. And became much more popular than it was back in the day, even though it was at risk of dying back then. So, like, let's go back to 2021. Like, the game was peaking at around 100,000 players during the summer, but it went all the way down to like 30,000 players in November. It seemed like November was a pretty bad month for the game. We can go to like 2023. The game was peaking at like 150,000, but it went down to like 28,000 during November. And it seems that something similar is happening here. You can notice a trend that's been happening the past couple of years, and that every single November, the game seems to just die so quickly, but it ends up coming back the next year. But why did this happen? And is 2024 any different than the other years, or are we just following a similar trend? Now, there's a few things going on with Murder Mystery 2 and why the game might be dying so fast. One of the big reasons, I honestly feel like, and how the game is now locked to only people that are 13 plus can play the game. Around a year ago, Roblox introduced age ratings to games, and Murder Mystery 2 was locked to 13 plus because it had some blood and violence in the game. Even though Nicholas has since removed some of the blood, it's still 13 plus for some reason. Like, there's barely any blood in the game anymore. But very recently, Roblox has been updating age ratings and has now changed it to maturity ratings. They used to say age 13 plus, now it says maturity moderate. And I believe now it literally does not let you play Murder Mystery 2 at all if your account is under 13. Like, let's make an account right now just to test. I'm gonna make my birthday 2017. Can I play MM2? That name's already in use in 2024. And you know what? You guys can hack this account if you want. Subscribe to Colbe is the password. Go ahead and hack it. But yeah, as you can see, there's now a lock on Murder Mystery 2. And if I click it, it says ask your parent to join this experience. You need parental permission. So now if you're under 13, the only way to play Murder Mystery 2 is to get parental permission. And you now have to like do all these steps. Like, you have to enter your parent's email. Then your parent needs to go to their email and they have to create their own Roblox account. Or of course, if they already have one, they can use their own. And then they have to change the settings inside of their own Roblox account. It's actually a lot of steps just to play Murder Mystery 2 nowadays if you are under 13. And it's probably a lot of steps that your parents might not even want to do, or stuff that a lot of you guys might not even want to bother doing. And it's probably just a lot easier to play a different Roblox game. And as much as I hate to say it, it's probably easier to just play a Murder Mystery 2 copy, because they lie and they make it so the maturity is minimal so people under 13 can play. It's probably easier to play the copies in the real game. It's kind of sad, but that's just the world we're living right now. There's obviously a couple other reasons of why Murder Mystery 2 might be dying. There's not much hype for Murder Mystery 2. People are back in school, so people are not really focused on Murder Mystery 2 right now. There was a lot of hype for Halloween, but of course, now that Halloween has been out for over a month now, like, people do not really care as much anymore. But there's also been a lot of problems with Murder Mystery 2 lately, that even a lot of pro players have been quitting the game. Like, one of the main issues is that so many servers are filled to hackers. It's so hard to just find a normal server without hackers. I think I'm lucky enough to be in a normal server, but there have been so many servers in Murder Mystery 2 filled with hackers. So a lot of people just quit the game because of that, because why play Murder Mystery 2 if there's nothing but hackers playing the game? Not to mention, it's becoming harder and harder to find a reason to trade anymore, because all of the newest items just lower so much in value because of hackers. Like if you're a trader in Murder Mystery 2, why even bother playing the updates? Because the new items just become so cheap cheap because the hackers are just ruining the value, getting so much of them just to sell on the black market and stuff. Like, Vampire's Axe just came out last month. It's already only 300 value, while last year's items are like 8,000, 5,000 because there wasn't much hackers back then. Like, it's so easy to get these items. So if you are like a hardcore trader, you can probably just trade for these items so easily and then just leave the game again. Like, you know, there's not really much reason to put a lot of time into trading in these new updates. Not to mention, just, there has not been like any actual update in this game since 2020. Like, we have been getting updates to Murder Mystery 2, but they're all just limited time events that get removed after a couple months. Like, once the Halloween update is gone, the game's gonna look exactly the same as how it looked like back in the day. Obviously, there's some very small changes, like, there's a lot of VIP server updates that have been going on recently, with the addition of duels mode, but you know, most people are just playing the normal MM2, and when it comes to the normal game, there's been like little to no changes for the past 5 years. It's kind of sad. So not only is everyone under 13 having a much harder time just playing the game just because of the new age ratings on Roblox, but also a lot of pro players are struggling to find a reason to continue playing the game just because of all the hackers, all the horrible values on the new items, and the lack of just permanent updates to the game. Like, so many people are quitting, and it's kind of sad to see, but the question that a lot of people have is that, is the game gonna be revived sometime in the future? And I would say probably. Murder Mystery 2's lowest point is always in November. That's when most people quit the game, and most people just play other games or just do schoolwork. Like, so many people quit the game in November, but eventually the game will come back. Like, I would bet when the Christmas update comes back, there will be a lot more hype for the game again. Not to mention next summer, there's probably gonna be hundreds of thousands of players in the game once again, once everyone is out of school. It's gonna be fun. Just right now, we are in a very unfortunate state in Murder Mystery 2, and November is always one of the worst months to be a MM2 fan, just because there's really not much going on. Like, we didn't even get a Thanksgiving update this year, which is another reason why there's not much people playing, because there was a lot of people playing last year in November. Just because the Thanksgiving update was going on, people had a reason to grind the game, but obviously the same thing isn't true this time. So yeah, guys, please let me know in the comment section, have you quit Murder Mystery 2, or are you still playing the game, and are you excited for like the Christmas update or any updates that we might be getting next year? And if you quit Murder Mystery 2, please let me know why in the comment section, because I'd be really interested to hear your guys' thoughts about this. Murder Mystery 2 is honestly in a very sad state right now, but I'm gonna take a guess and say that Murder Mystery 2 is going to be peaking again very soon, so make sure to stay tuned for that one. But obviously, whatever does happen with Murder Mystery 2, I will be updating you guys in future videos, as well as videos on like the Christmas update and any future update that we'll be getting in Murder Mystery 2, so make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Yeah, guys, that's about it for this video, so I'm gonna end it off here, so until next time, goodbye!